Oh yeah, we live now.
We're live now. We're live now. Hey, what's up, y'all? I would say this was an Insider Ties, but it's not. It's Chris from Art-USA. I'm kicking it with my guy Tayib of Housakicks.com. You have the Art times House of Kicks network, and we're basically developing a lot of different conversations around sneakers, but it's not just for sneakers. So you guys that are it's not live, so nobody's going to be jumping in and coming into the conversation. It's just me and Tayeb, and we're talking about reselling sneakers, but really it goes for anything that you resell. And what we're saying is that it's not really a business because it's nothing exclusive about it, and there's nothing that's just like, you know, proprietary. You don't own anything. So what we're getting into is this conversation. The day to tell you about, I was like, yo, if you have a business, man, and anybody can just jump in and start doing it, business, because it's not going to sustain. Eventually it's going to collapse because it's built on a shaky foundation. So we had this conversation and he was like, yo, we should do a live stream. So this is that live stream, but I'm Chris from Art-USA, and let Tayeb introduce himself if he wants to throw some stuff out there.
All right. Well, this is Tayib from HouseOfKicks.com, and like Chris talked about earlier, we were having a conversation on that was about 4 or 5 years ago, right? I was on my way back from work, and basically I don't know what started the conversation, but we both realized that selling sneakers isn't really a business, so to speak. And what we're trying to say by that is it's not something that the average Joe can't do. So whoever has the money can be a sneaker reseller. So anybody that just have money can sell sneakers and make money off of it. So it's not something that's like for the elite or something that you actually work hard for. But if you have the money and you have the money to invest, you can sell sneakers. And that goes for anything that's like a hard item. It could be Nintendos. I've seen people sitting outside to buy Nintendo so they can flip it. Or it could be Supreme stuff. That's not a business. That's a hustle, whatever. So that's a hustle. Basically, what that means is, you know, this is gonna be something that you can sell, and you run to it and you grab it and you start selling it. That's not something that you actually think hard on. You know what I mean? So if you don't have money, you can't do this kind of stuff. But a business, an actual sneaker business, it's like Flight Club or Kicksify or StockX or whatever platform, or GOAT. Basically, GOAT is an app. GOAT does not have any sneakers. But guess what? GOAT has a bunch of hustlers that are reselling sneakers thinking they're running the show. But GOAT is running the show, just like Uber. Uber has no cabs. They don't have any cabs. They don't own any cabs. What do they have? They have an app. And they have drivers all over the country. And what do? You make that phone call, you get a driver that's like a personal driver, he comes and picks you up. So that is a business, because they figure out a way to leverage whatever ideas they had. They say, you know what, let me come up with an idea, trying to figure out what ways I can actually disrupt the transportation market. Same thing with Flight Club. Flight Club is like this. I don't have to own these sneakers. I have all the traffic. So guess what? I'm going to let all these hustlers go out, camp out, and they're going to bring their sneakers to my location, and I'm going to start selling it. And Flight Club is like a brand now. Flight Club, they have T-shirt, they have whatever. Kicks on Fire. Same thing with Kicksify. They depend on hustlers to make money. Now, the hustler think he's the one that's making the money. Because, yeah, y'all have too many people. Yeah, man, what's up, House of Kicks? Yeah, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do this sneaker thing, man. I'm trying to sell sneakers. I'm trying to do this, man. I'm trying to get in the game, man. I want to sell some J's, man. No, that's not a business. I would say to you, don't do it. Don't waste your time. Don't spend 10. I mean, you can, but it's not lasting. We're talking about doing a business that's going to last you maybe years, like generations. Your kids can still depend on this business. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about making $100 on a profit here, and then you have to wait, and you have to go out again trying to find. You know, we want to talk about something that's like sustainable, where you can invest your money, your time, and your knowledge, and your brain, and then you create leverage. So reselling sneakers is not a business. So if you thought you were balling, guess what? That's when you know you're falling. That's what you say, right? When you think you're balling, that's when you're falling. You're not balling with selling sneakers. Because guess what? That's why you got kids in the game. That kid on Instagram that has all these Royal Ones or whatever, Yeezys, he's sitting there with all these shoes. This kid doesn't understand. I mean, because he has money. Maybe his dad or mommy's are rich, so therefore, guess what? He gets the money, he gets to buy all the shoes and then sell it and think he's running a business. You're not a businessman. You're just a little hustler. You know, but you don't have to stay in that like hustler status. You can move from being a hustler to a businessman. That's when you need to think. And that's what me and Chris trying to like help you with, because we understand this game. I've been doing this for like 14, 15 years.
13 years.
He's been doing this longer than I've been doing it. And we know what's at stake. Right now, we ain't making that much money because the sneaker game is doing what? Dying. Why? Too many people trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to resell sneakers. X is trying to resell sneakers. AB's, everybody's trying to do the same thing. Therefore, it's not a business. It's just a hustle. And that's why you have too many cutthroats. A real business means I don't have any competition. You know, and it's like, it's unique. And that's what Flight Club is. Flight Club is unique. People may try to like duplicate Flight Club, but they will fail because it's not the same. You know, StockX is unique. They came out with a new system. Kixify is unique. They came out with a blog. They were first sneakers, and now they have a marketplace. GOAT is on that. Soul Collector have Slang. That's what you call a business, because they figured out, you know what, we have all these guys coming on our platform. What don't we turn our platform into a business? You see what I'm saying? And Chris, you got a lot more. I'm just talking from like this is just superficial. Chris has a lot more in-depth analysis for you. He knows a lot more than I do, so he can tell you a lot more, man. That's you know, it's just sad. You know, Chris has turned away from a $500,000 business on Amazon for a reason, because he realized what was going on. You don't just turn away from that. You know, people, oh man, Amazon, no, man. That's a lot of things that people don't understand, man. We need to educate these people, man. You know?
Yeah. Everything you're saying is right on point, man. And I got to turn my mic down. So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. This is the thing, right? Everybody's sitting around here trying to flip shoes. And it was a point where I was like, man, you know what? They're messing up my business. They're jumping into business. Everybody wants to sell sneakers. I was even starting to get irritated by people. And then a couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine, and we're not going to stay long. I don't want this to go over to 15 minutes. A friend of mine, he was like, yo, Chris, I sold my first pair of sneakers on StockX. And I was like, word. And initially, I felt like, I was like, yo, I can't believe this dude is selling sneakers. And then I realized when he said that, I said, you know what? Selling sneakers is not a business. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's hustling. He's trying to make some extra money for his family. And there's nothing wrong with that. Do you have to treat it like a business? Yeah, you have to treat it like a business, because if you hit $10,000, you're going to get a 1099K.
Yep.
StockX, you're going to get a 1099K. Get a 1099K from Amazon. You're going to get a 1099K from Slang. If you hit $10,000, you're going to start getting this paperwork, and you're going to have to file your taxes. And it's a business. And if you do $10,000, $20,000, and you have a regular job, that $20,000 hasn't been taxed income, and you're going to be taxed on it at the end of the year, probably at about 30%. And you're going to owe $3,000 in taxes. And when you think you're supposed to get a tax refund check, you're not getting one from this stuff. So it's what Tayib and I are doing. We're trying to make sure I'm not. It may sound like, you know, yeah, I walked away from a $500,000 store, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm balling, man. I can show you paperwork right now where I'm like on the verge of losing my house. It's not a joke. You know, I walked away from all of that money, and I'm literally flat broke right now. I'm into the Art Times House of Kicks network. We've done in a year. We've exploded the websites up 5,000 unique visitors a month combined on the network. That's something that sustains, that's not easily copied. So we've taken the passion for sneakers and we've moved it. Now, obviously, I had other passions because I had the sneaker company. I had my own shoe company. Like, I'm wearing my own shorts right now. And had I really placed more effort into my own sneaker company, I'd be the president, Tayib would be the CFO, the vice president of ARC, and we'd be making basketball shoes right now. You can't just copy that on the street. The regular dude that's got $1 million in his pocket can't just decide to start flipping shoes or making his own shoe. He's got to have the manufacturer. He's got to have the contacts. He's got to have the know-how. We could have kept doing that, but I let my arrogance and it was poor decision making push me because I saw the dollar signs that came from flipping shoes. I hate on flipping. I mean, we both live off of it. We still both do it. So we're not acting like we don't do it. What we're saying is, if you're going to jump into the business, start finding you an angle that can't be easily copied. Start finding you an angle that can't just be bid off of because another dude got the right connection or another dude got the right amount of money to start doing the exact same thing that you're doing. All right. And that's what we're saying. So we're not trying to hate on reselling, not just sneakers. To the same store as you and I beat you there, it's not a business. It's not a business. It's just something that we're both doing because we got the money to go out and buy this stuff, man. And you got to start realizing that if that's what you think is a business, it's on a real shaky foundation and it's going to fall. And when it does, it can really hurt your family and hurt your pockets and everything else. It happened to me. It can happen to anybody. Nobody's immune. So that's really what we're talking about today. And past that, we're going to get ready to wrap it up. Anybody that's watching this, man, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down there. Go to House of Kicks. There's a link in here, and it's going to be a link right here on the right where you can click and subscribe to House of Kicks. You can subscribe to ARC-USA. Go to the websites. Follow us on Twitter if you want to. Follow us on Facebook. But go to the websites and start writing us and asking questions because we're trying to make sure that the sneaker culture, we've been the buyers and consumers for way too long. We need to start getting some ownership in this. That's what we're trying to do. Your last words, Tayib.
Well, basically, you heard the man. You know, like we, unlike in any other like sneakers, like website, like Soul Collector and all these other places, I understand they've been around for a long time. You know, the mistake that I made, you know, in the beginning was I was thinking more of reselling sneakers, thinking that was a business, and it was not a business. I should have known by then. Like I was one of the first dudes to do the real versus fake. I did it with a LeBron 9 Big Bang at the time. And I was one of the first to start this kind of stuff. And that video had over 50,000 views. I didn't care. I didn't monetize it because I didn't understand. So what we're trying to save you is we're trying to save you money. We're trying to save you all the heartaches and pain that we went through. So what we're trying to say is this. Reselling sneakers is okay. But don't bank on it because you're going to fall on your face and you're going to realize, man, I've wasted a lot of money. I still got stuff that's sitting in my basement now that I can't flip. You see what I'm saying? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a platform to educate you and to show you the do's and the don'ts and certain things that you can avoid in this sneaker game. And our website, like I look at the shoe, anybody can just get up and look at the shoe and tell you about the colorways. It's black, white, red, and you sit on a midsole. And that's not what we're trying to do. Yes, we do it just because we want to kind of like show you a little bit, but we want to go deeper. We want to know why Nike is releasing the shoe. Why is Adidas calling the shoe 247? Why is you know, like Jordan Brand like elevating the price of their shoe? All these things, we want to know why. And we want you to go deeper. And that's what we're all about. We want to educate you. We want to be able to like, and we don't sit here and claim that we know everything. We don't, because we bounce off ideas and we can learn from you. You learn from me. We learn from one another. And that's what we're all about. So like I say, man, like he said, subscribe to the channels, go on the website, share the information, and be willing to comment and to talk and to ask questions. All right. Thanks for watching. Again, this is Tayib from houseofkicks.com and check out arch.usa.com as well. All right. We'll wrap it up here. Peace.
Peace.